Right, I'm going to attempt to do a trip/experience report on melatonin and 5-HTP. Right, so I'll start off by saying the melatonin I use is 3 mg tablets, and the 5-HTP I use is 100 mg tablets. Well, capsules, but whatever. I use them primarily to get a good night's rest. I find that melatonin and 5-HTP both help me to sleep just a little bit better. I find that with low doses of melatonin, I sleep much better and I don't have any side effects. I find with 5-HTP, low doses make me sleep better and they make me feel better over time the more I consume. So having a low dose for 10 or 20 days makes me feel better overall during the day, as well as gives me a better rest in my opinion. Now, when I have high doses of melatonin, say 30 to 60 milligrams, I don't really get any major effects. I get slightly heavier dreams, stranger dreams. But in the morning, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this. I'd like to find out if they have. But in the morning, I get like about a 2 or 3 minute really hardcore trip. Not 2 or 3 second really hardcore trip. Just a few seconds of tripping really hard and feeling just really strange. And then sort of feeling serene for the first few hours of the day is what I get from a lot of melatonin. So yeah, that's an odd experience. Now, 5-HTP when used as a sleeping supplement, I use in combination by the way, I find anywhere up to 300 milligrams before bedtime is quite good, makes me feel better in the day. But once I start hitting 300 milligrams, 400 milligrams or over, I feel, I feel sluggish the next day. I feel a bit weird and withdrawn as well sometimes when I'm having higher doses of 5-HTP. I feel like too much 5-HTP is a bad thing. Now, I usually take melatonin and 5-HTP in combination to sleep. I found that melatonin is more effective than 5-HTP, serotonin, well, 5-hydroxytryptophan, in terms of actually helping me with my sleep. I find that 5-HTP is useful for making me feel better from day to day in small doses, and I find in combination they are better than either or on their own. I sometimes take melatonin and 5-HTP before tripping and before any serotonin type drug experiences, and I find that it does enhance my experience slightly. I also find that melatonin and 5-HTP definitely help recovery. I find overdoing 5-HTP for me definitely helps me with recovery. Say after a really hard acid trip, giving it a few hours and then decided to go to sleep, if I were to take a whole gram of 5-HTP, fuck, my dreams would be insane. But the next day I'd feel much better. I'd feel significantly recovered immediately the next day. I find that 5-HTP in large doses after heavy trips, yeah, it makes me feel way better than I normally would, in fact, in the morning. Just like a spiritual hangover kind of thing, like just an amazing feeling. But I find that having large doses, normally without chemicals, well, other chemicals, other than melatonin, makes me feel, as I said, groggy in the morning and kind of a bit depressed, a bit away from it. I find, as I say, smaller doses of the opposite effect make me feel much better. Not sure why this is. But yeah, that's pretty much it with 5-HTP and melatonin. I would say they're good supplements to use primarily as like feed for trips before tripping and after tripping for me, I think. Not immediately after tripping, a few hours after tripping to recover you. And I think before tripping they are fucking perfect chemicals to help you get a boost. Very, very good chemicals with things like magic mushrooms, 2CP, and even Embomi. They go very well with Embomi actually. Calm me down a lot. But anyway, there's my experience report on 5-HTP and melatonin. Thank you for listening and hope you enjoyed it.